What's up, Amazon sellers? If you are just starting on Amazon and you are thinking about different ways to source, well, this could be the video for you. We are going to go through everything about voucher code sourcing, what it is, how to do it, all the top tips and tricks. Stay tuned, we'll go through it today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I have been selling on Amazon now for about 4 years doing the arbitrage business model, buying low from retail, selling high on Amazon. And quite simply, I'm on a mission right now to do £1 million over the next 18 months. I'll drop a link up there to a video where I go through that entire journey and talk about it. But enough about me, let's get into the content today and go through exactly what I'm going to do in this video. Okay, number one, I'm going to go through what voucher codes are. Number two, I'm going to go through why you should be going through or doing voucher code sourcing. Number three, I'm going to share the pros and cons of voucher code sourcing. Number four, I'm going to share what to look for when doing voucher code sourcing. Number five, I am going to go through a live screen share with you of how to do voucher code sourcing. Number six, I'm going to share my top tips and tricks to get the most out of voucher code sourcing to help you grow your Amazon arbitrage business. Let's get into it now. Okay, so quick question, you might be asking, what are voucher codes? Well, quite simply, it's an incentive. It's a discount given to shoppers to provide a reduced price on a product. That is it. You can take advantage of these in your Amazon business to get cheaper products. So one of the questions you might be asking is, why should I care? Well, quite simply, because you are getting a discount on the purchase price, it means you can make more profits when you sell them. So getting the great voucher codes that are going to give you a discount can really help you out. So what are the pros and cons of doing voucher code sourcing? Because there's always an up and a downside to everything. So quite simply, the pros, let's go through them first. You can get a discount on the product by using a voucher code. Now that's obviously quite a normal one. That's what you're going to see a lot of the time. Sometimes you might also see that the voucher code works on already discounted prices. Let's say, for example, with a Lego product, it's normally going for $20. Today it's reduced down to 16, but with the voucher code, you get an extra 10% off. Now that'd be a discount or a voucher code on a discount, which is great, but also as well, you might get a voucher code that works on a certain bundle. You might have to like buy two of something and then you get a discount, you buy two Lego products and you get 20% off. That could be an option. Or it might be the fact that if you buy one Lego item with another Lego item and then use this voucher code, you'll get a discount. So bundling different products together, that can be another way voucher codes work. Now, quite simply, what's the pro of that? Well, you are going to get a cheaper product, a cheaper buy price, and generally speaking, your sell price won't change. And as a result, your ROI is going to go up. And good ROIs, increased profits, that's what we're looking for in our business. So some great positives there for growing our business using voucher codes. Now, that leads me quite nicely onto the cons. So what are the negative sides of using voucher code sourcing? Okay, quite simply, it's still a manual sourcing process. It still takes time. Like, my God, you've got to put the products in, you've got to do all the normal deal analysis, and then you've got to check the voucher code works. And that leads me quite nicely on to sometimes you check some products beforehand and go, yeah, the voucher code seems to work on everything, but the products that you're finding has the great profits on them, the voucher codes don't work on, which just ruins the whole process. So it's manual sourcing with an extra voucher code check on top, which makes the whole process even slower. Now, what I will say is, obviously it does take time and there are some tools that speed you up, but sometimes even these tools, which we'll go through later, they don't actually work on all the stores. So even the tools don't help you, which can be really frustrating, which means it's still a really, really slow process. Now, another con that I've seen is whereby maybe there's a voucher code which has gone nationwide, or maybe there's a voucher code which is displayed on the website on the main page. So everyone knows about this voucher code. I mean, you come onto the website and you see a product, straight away it's saying, hey, do you want to get a 50% discount? Use this code. Now, the problem with that is if you are buying products which maybe don't sell as fast, everyone knows about them. And as a result, what's going to happen? Everyone buys the same product and the competition just goes up. So global, or should we say national voucher codes, they can lead to increased competition because everyone finds out about the same deal. And then the final con that I'd probably say that I've seen time and time again is whereby you find a great voucher code, let's call it 50% off something. You're like, wow, hey, this is amazing. And it leads you on a wild goose chase. Quite simply because you are going to a website whereby the prices are already really, really high, that even after 50% off, even 70% off, they're still not profitable deals. I've seen that time and time again, going on wild goose chases with really big voucher codes, but the price is just too expensive in the first place. It just doesn't work. So a real danger there and something to keep in mind of. Okay, so what is one thing that you can do to help you before you start doing voucher code sourcing? Well, quite simply, what I would recommend, and this is to try and alleviate some of the cons that I talked about, is if you find a great voucher code, before you start doing for great deals, sourcing for great deals, quite simply go onto the website, go to like 5 random categories, 10 random categories, put 10 random items into a basket and go to the checkout and see if the voucher code works. What you're looking for is if it's like 20% off the whole store and you've put 10 random items in the basket, does it reduce the whole basket by 20%, or are there certain products that don't get reduced? And if there aren't, then you need to understand why. Because the last thing you want to do is, let's say for example, you go to a supplier and you put in toys, you put in beauty products, you put in grocery products, and the beauty products aren't reduced. And then what you want to do is make sure that you are not sourcing or using the voucher code sourcing methodology on the beauty products, because you're going to find deals that when you get to checkout and use a voucher code, it won't work. So 10 random products in a basket, go to the checkout to start with, check the voucher code works on all the products. If it doesn't, understand why, maybe do a bit more basket testing, and then quite simply make sure that you're only sourcing from those categories or those areas that work with that voucher code. Top tip there. Okay, quick question for you guys. How do you source your products? I'm really interested to know. As you probably know, I'm doing a series of videos right now looking at different sourcing methodologies, how it can help you in your business. Drop it in the comments down below. I'm really interested to see, what do you do? Maybe you do something that I don't talk about, or maybe you have a method that works really well for you. Drop it in the comments below. I'm really interested to see. Okay, so today we're going to go through obviously voucher code sourcing in here. So first things first, what we're going to do is I'm going to jump into an email. So like quite simply, I get quite a lot of vouchers through email. So let's click here, look fantastic. And you can see here, they've got 20% off when you use that voucher code. So, hey, I like 20% off, that's good. Look fantastic, I quite like good supplier. So let's just load that up and we'll just wait for that to load. Now, what we're using here, so you can see here, it's got the code, that's great. Let's just have a scroll down. Let's look for a couple of products. So you've got 20% off the code. And obviously, my God, there's a lot, like 521 products less than £5. So let's just kind of have a look. So you got these products. I'm just going to get a feel, really. I always like to just have a quick look at what the products are, what's going on. So NARS, okay, I like that. That's good. And obviously, what we're thinking about here is, remember using things. So I'm going to just search NARS. Let's have a look at that. A couple of products here, scrolling down. I'm probably going to think about the price points, like what do I want? So let's go for this one. Let's go for like £5 to £10, start with that. So here we go, we've got NARS, load that up. That's a £7 product. And remember, obviously we get the voucher code as well. So let's just wait a second, loading. And obviously they're even saying extra 10, or the 10% off there, not extra. But let's add it to basket. And if we click on view basket, what I've been doing is playing around. So you can see here, we've got enjoy 20% off. So, my God, everything's loading up. So quite simply, let's put in that voucher code, now 20. Now, interestingly, there's already a 20% discount on it, but we'll go add anyway. Just wait for that to load. Cool, there we go. So interesting enough, that's now gone down to £5.60 and we've got that discount on there. So first things first, always checking that the voucher codes work, and just check that. So I quite like that as well. Now let's just take this product and let's go search it in Amazon, because obviously we want to make sure it's profitable. So we've got the price now, $5.60. Let's search that product in Amazon. And oh, you can see here the products are just loaded up. So yeah, pencil sharpener, fantastic. Let's click on, so just check the product. Yeah, that's the right one. So let's load that up. There you go, you can see that product. It's quite a high rank. Normally I probably wouldn't go that high. I like to keep it sub 100,000, but sometimes I will go higher because it can be just be playing around. So let's try this other product as well here. So load up a new page. Let's search this in now. Oh, we've got here, so this one, just wait for that, that's £9.50. This one, $15.83. So that's quite an interesting price. Obviously you've got 20% discount on top of that. That's going to be a good one. So, okay, £9.50. Let's just do that. £9.50. Take the 20% off. £7.60. There you go. So £7.60. Great. We'll check that as well. But also £7.60 going to £15.83. That could be very doable. let's just check, drop it in. Well, that's £7.60. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's fine. And there you go. We just come out £3.51 profit, £46, and I can see sales aren't huge, but that graph there looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And you got a profitable item there and good ROI and some sales. So it's quite simply there. What I've done is I've got an email which I've told me about a voucher code. I've used that voucher code, gone straight into the supplier store. I've had a quick feel for what the supplier store is. I've maybe checked 1 or 2 products, just checked that the voucher code works. And then what I've done is quite simply started sourcing products from that supplier and obviously checking them in Amazon and obviously the prices. And we've seen that just on the second one, actually, we found quite a good deal, good profit, good ROI, and sales steady there. So definitely an opportunity there, and voucher codes can work out really, really profitable for you to find those unique deals that no one else are buying because they're quite time limited. Okay, so you have just seen me do some live sourcing with voucher codes. Now, the one thing which I'll say is that video that I showed you there, I have looked at that beforehand. I've basically seen what deals work with the voucher code and gone through that. Why? Because if I didn't, this video would probably be like much, much, much longer. And the one thing you've got to understand is that even with voucher code sourcing, even with all the knowledge that I've learned over the years, it still takes time. It's a time-consuming process. And right now, in the modern day and age, we just don't have enough time in our lives. So if you want something that's going to speed up your sourcing, find you deals quicker, have a look at FastTrackFBA Leads. This is a service which I provide. I've got a team of expert source VAs using all these sourcing techniques we talk about and more. What do? They do all the checks. They find all the great deals every single day, 7 days a week, both in the UK and the USA. And what are we doing? We get all those deals, we check them for, make sure they're the right deals, they're working, and the hazmat checks, the profitability. We put them on our web portal, FastTrackFBA Leads, and quite simply, you can come in, pick and choose the deals that you want, buy those deals, and then obviously go and buy them from the supplier. It speeds up your process, makes it more efficient, and you only pay for the deals that you're actually using. You're not getting any deals that are wasted. So have a look down below. I'll drop a link to FastTrackFBA Leads down there. Really recommend it. It's a great service. I made it and we're getting some really, really positive feedback. And we limit the number of people who get the deals to make sure they stay exclusive. And you can see all that information on our platform. Have a look down below. Okay, so let's go through now some top tips on voucher code sourcing so that when you're doing that sourcing, not only can you do it, but also you can get it better, quicker, faster, and get better results. Okay, I talked about it earlier. There are voucher codes which work on normal prices, but also they can work on already discounted prices. If you can find voucher codes which work on already discounted prices, that means you are so much more likely to find products that are going to be profitable. So think about find a product which is discounted already, i.e. maybe it was $20 and now it's $10. And if you can add a voucher code on top of that, my God, you are much more likely to find profitable products which are going to make you a healthy ROI. Probably even any voucher code, I'd really recommend trying to spend at least £60. Why? Because that generally gets you access to the free delivery. It's just another cost you're going to have to pay. If you can get it above £60, it's just going to save you a few pennies on that delivery charge. Another top tip, we talked about it before in newsletter sourcing, signing up to all the newsletters. Here, I'd actually recommend creating a bookmarked folder whereby you can have all the websites which have all the voucher codes that you can just store, and you can check every couple of days to see are there any new voucher codes that maybe you didn't know about, and you can check them through your bookmark folder of all those voucher codes that can help you. Now, I just talked about it a second ago, signing up to newsletters to find out about what sales they've got, but also as well, signing up to the newsletters also entitles you to learn about what voucher code is coming out. A lot of retailers we're seeing nowadays are doing not only newsletter, i.e. email subscriptions, they get a voucher code in there, but also they'll post voucher codes on their social media platforms. That's really useful to understanding where they're getting their customers from, and in turn, they offer discounts to learn that information, and you can take advantage of those discounts or voucher codes to get cheaper products. Now, one of the things I would really recommend, a top tip, and we do this within FastTrackFBA Leads, is quite simply just keep a list of all the old voucher codes for the suppliers. Now, you might be asking why. Well, quite simply, what we've seen time and time again is that old voucher codes, which maybe are no longer visibly public, still work on the website. So if you have that old list, you can know. Another one as well is the fact that if you understand how they format, they structure their voucher codes, you can then take that information and try it and see if it works. Sometimes it does. for future ones. For example, maybe it's like Xmas 2020, maybe in 2021 it's going to be Xmas 2021. So you might kind of get to December and say, hey, you know what, I'll try that voucher code. And you go, oh, it works. Because it's money off at the checkout, at the point of purchase, it's no harm in trying, and you might be able to get it right just because you understand the format of how they do their voucher codes. Right, that is everything from me, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. I've shared some top tips with you that we've learned through the years of sourcing. Hit that like button just to let me know that that is the kind of content that you like. And hey, if you want to see more of this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's just going to let you know about more ways to help grow your Amazon arbitrage business. Now, quite simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link around here to a video I've done about how to source products for Amazon arbitrage. Hopefully that's really going to help you grow to the next level, so do check that out. But what I will say is, from me, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA out here right now in Cancun, Mexico, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I can see you growing your business over the next couple of months, if not years as well. Take care.